Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to do a follow-up video for the video that I recently posted, the reading that I did for the Mercury retrograde. And Mercury is currently in the process of going direct, and I felt it when I woke up this morning. So Mercury is not, as you can tell, it is not entirely direct yet. It's still in retrograde. It will not be direct and entirely in its full until the 18th. Okay, it starts going direct tomorrow. So Mercury is the planet of communication. I am a Gemini sun, so this has been big time effect on me. But if you are an air sign in general, Mercury is Gemini. So fellow Geminis, I feel you. But the thing about it is, if you are an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, it's hit you really, really hard this time around. Something a little bit different about this past Mercury retrograde. Definitely a lot of dark night of the soul work, shadow work, getting in touch with your inner child. Now, I'm going to get to that. I'm starting to understand what I've been channeling a little bit better as communication has been becoming more and more clear today. And I don't want to be too all over the place either. So Mercury is the planet of communication. It is the planet of like logic and thinking, but mostly like, so communication has been way fucked. And I already struggle in this department as a Gemini. Like, that is like my main thing as a Gemini sun. But I also want to talk about how I have been going through my Saturn return. When you turn 30 years old, it takes Saturn 30 years to orbit all the way back around into the same position it was in when you were born. So, when Saturn comes back around in 30 years, you experience something called a Saturn return. You can feel the energy of it coming up as you are going through the age of 29. Like, you feel it coming back around. It's really intense. And it starts to make more and more sense as you go. So I'm going to talk a lot about that too. As I document these things, because my Saturn return is almost over. Not entirely. I mean, it lasts until 31. It lasts for 1 year. But, like, the energy of it takes up to a year to completely. But still, like, I have been going through some intense experiences with it. So I can't wait to share more about that with you guys. But anyways, a lot about the Saturn return is I've seen a lot of this. You turn into this energy of getting to know yourself all over again. And there has been a lot of, I'm sorry guys, I keep having to take a time out and stuff. Like I said, that Mercury retrograde energy, there's like, the animals are going crazy, my kids going crazy, there's a lot of chaos. Communication is still fuzzy. Like I explained in my reading, it's like a radio connection, or it's like a cell phone connection or something, you know, and it's, they're static, and it's difficult to hear, and towers are down, and things like Facebook shutting down, and all that kinds of stuff happening. That's Mercury retrograde. Like, it's the planets and our galaxy in which we exist affecting us. It's part of how it works. Zoom out. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm going to sound like a crazy person. Another thing that I'm going to talk a lot about is twin flame journey. I've been doing a lot of that. And I'm just going to say right here, right now, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, now that I have calmed down the situation where I can channel, basically. I guess I'll pull cards and do a reading. When I have time. I keep getting interrupted. Keep getting interrupted. Hi, baby. So, this entire experience has been a deep learning about the inner child and recovering repressed memories. Very difficult things. It has also been a lot of overwhelming change and kind of feeling lost and an energy of wanting to go home but not knowing where that is. A lot of travel, a lot of change, and I don't know entirely if that is, I don't think it's just Saturn return alone. I've been going through my Saturn return amongst other things throughout this year that has been, those of us who are going through our Saturn return in 2021 going into 2022, from 2020 to 2022 entirely, things have been, we all know it's been crazy for everyone in different ways, but something about this Mercury retrograde and full moon feels very different. And one thing about it is, I haven't, like I was saying, I don't remember if I was saying this before. So, I haven't really been paying much attention to the astrological part, the zodiac part of things so much lately, as I've just been listening to planet Earth and nature in general. I've sort of been in this place of connecting with the planet. one-on-one connection, one-on-one understanding of the planet as it speaks to me, instead of studying astrology and everything like I was previously doing. I sort of switched it up. I'm sure that my readings have mentioned it before, where like the place of study switched, the direction, the focus, the idea of what was, or what the main focus was being changed. So it has been for a while. Past readings explain all of this as it goes. I've been documenting it. But I discovered, as you know, the veil is being lifted, the static is clearing out through Mercury retrograde, getting ready to end, that the full moon coming up is in Aries. So that being said, Aries is the baby of the zodiacs. It is the brand new. It is the Fool card. It is starting all over. And I have been getting constant images of the Wheel of Fortune going into the Fool, which is like the karmic circle coming back around, like I was explaining in my previous video. The way that it shifts around, the circle goes around. So it's like you hit that rock bottom, but you swing back up to the top, and you're going upwards and upwards. And I'm feeling that energy of that momentum getting ready to pick up, to put those that have been struggling back up into a higher position, a better position. Things are about to lift. Things are about to get better. The karmic wheel is turning around. Like, not turning around like it's making a U-turn, but it's spinning, it's turning. But Aries is starting all over again. It is brand new. It is the baby. It is the inner child. It is the child. It's getting back in touch with that innocence, that learning, that curiosity, and absorbing things like a sponge. It's a preparation of being able to enter that stage again. And it's like I keep getting told we're going to wake up in a whole new place come the 20th. The 20th, that this full moon is going to put us somewhere brand new. It's, all things are going to open up. Like I just see so much change happening.
Mommy, I found my jacket.
Did you find your jacket? Okay, you want to put your jacket on and play outside? Anyway, I'm all over the place today, guys. Seriously, for real. So the thing about it is, I kept saying at the end of that video, at the end of that reading, I kept saying, I see Aries. Aries. Nope, I see Aries. Like I was seeing all of the zodiac signs, but it's not just about the zodiac signs alone. There's more to it than that, and it's the energy of things and the way that it affects us each individually. Because it's a collective energy, right? So you can't just fixate on one or two or even three particular signs. Like sometimes you can, yeah, and it gets more specific when I do private readings and stuff. But I kept saying Aries. I keep seeing Aries energy, and then it's like this full moon I found out and started seeing things and getting messages in and getting finally getting tarot readings from my particular readers and stuff like that. But I started looking into stuff now that it's lifting and found out that this full moon is in Aries. So it's brand new. We are coming out of this Mercury retrograde and then going straight into an Aries full moon. And it's very intense. And now is the time to manifest if you're looking to manifest, okay? Sorry again, anyways. But not just like it's just the time to manifest, but what you have been manifesting, what you have been that sense of cannot find what feels right, cannot choose what path to take. It's like having choices and not know. I see Seven of Cups energy, like not knowing where to go or what to choose or what direction on the map to take, getting confused. And it's like what you have been wanting, manifesting to choose, it's finally going to take place. So you need to start really focusing on that. Like during this energy, be ready. Be ready for it to happen. I've been seeing it's like moving, a lot of moving. People experiencing moving into new places and new houses, getting their new house, getting new cars, surprise checks in the mail. I've been seeing a lot of pentacles, a lot of earthly pentacles energy. So it's been a lot of like blessings coming in the third dimension, three-dimensional realm. I am going to pull some tarot cards. I'm sorry for the madness, guys. Okay, so I am going to pull some cards though. Give me just 1 second. Anyway, but yeah, this is like a completion of a really big cycle and things about to fall into place. Like I've been talking so much about in my other readings about these tower moments and tower moments that are coming to light. And tower moments are like where the tower you've been living in, safe and sound, crumbles to the ground. And you're like, what the fuck, right? So, and I also mentioned twin flame. I've been dealing with my twin flame journey on top of all this also. So, okay, so, let me get on track here. There's been a lot of hold on. Sorry. But there's been a lot of change happening. There's been a lot of moving, new jobs, surprise checks in the mail. It's been happening all around. I've seen people have experiences with like a person pays for their gas, a stranger paying for their gas, or paying it forward at the drive-through window. That energy has been picking up a lot, like people getting little blessings here and there and little surprises here and there. It's all in the material realm. It's like signs and omens of material blessings I've been hearing from just what the universe is speaking and what I've been seeing. It's been putting a lot of trust, a lot of faith and a lot of trust and blindly into you don't really know what, but you do kind of feeling. And it's definitely a big, like, I feel like this weight is about to be lifted off of me. I feel it. I feel myself getting ready to get another deep breath of fresh air, brand new. All of this bullshit, like we've been waiting and just settling and dealing with whatever, not settling and dealing with, but finding contentment and happiness in what we already have, or settling for, and I mean, I guess the word settling is supposed to be coming out of my mouth, settling for less than what we deserve is what I feel. So I feel a big change happening. This I see the Fool card. I sense a lot of really intense Aries energy And I was and I looked into the astrology finally, like I haven't really been messing with it, and I finally started studying it again. And then I realized, holy shit, that's why I feel Aries so intensely, because I've tried to explain it, I've tried to record this video a million times, and get it right, because the Mercury retrograde energy makes it so difficult, but there's been so much getting in touch with your authentic self and getting like an energy into see, this aggravates the absolute out of me. Getting into a wavelength, a vibration of being 100% comfortable with who you are at your core. And not worrying about what other people think. And I've mentioned that this was something that was coming in quite a few readings previously over the summer, and like back in the before times. You know, you can look at my readings at any time. Everything is timeless. If you're drawn there, you're drawn there. You're meant to, like, my whole life has been changing drastically since I started this whole awakening process. So it's like, my readings talk a lot about what goes on in the process and what I'm looking into and what I'm studying and what's happening. And it has been a very big connection one-on-one with the planet for me here lately. I don't know how to describe or explain it all in one sitting. It's just something that I have to document as I go, as I do these readings, as I read off of other people's energies, as they experience it, and then tell them, because time is fluid. And see, if I feel like I'm rambling on and I can't stay on one subject, but it's like all of this is meant to be shared for someone. You're supposed to connect with me on that vibration. It's not about speaking earthling. It's not about speaking human. It's about connecting on that vibration together. Okay? And then I translate it. So, hold on one second. I have to keep track of the little one as I do this also. But, and before I start pulling these cards, they're going to have me start pulling cards soon. See, there's a shift happening. Here we go. Okay, 1 second. Okay. And I feel like I should mention this, the music that I play in the background. Like, obviously, it's not my music, etc., etc. But, this in particular is Teflon Sega. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's new and only just now getting to a point of, you know, like, kind of hitting it big. And everybody finding him. So, I'm just going to mention that because his music has had a lot of influence on my spiritual journey. I'm not going to lie. Now, I might have to take another pause before I actually do this. I don't know what's going on just yet. I might have just seen a visitor pull up. I don't know yet. Sorry. Anyway, yes, so that is a big part of how all of this works too, is they can communicate. I can communicate through like music and everything, and it's different. Like, it's not like a love language kind of thing. It's like I start to hear the tones and tunes and sounds, the lyrics differently. They are not communicating. I don't know how to say it other than they're not communicating in the human language anymore. It turns onto a different frequency sometimes, and it sends me messages as to how to ascend and open my third eye more. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards and try and get into some specifics and see what goes on. Let me balance the energy around me real quick. I just wanted to start recording enough to say that, finish that thought, and apologize again for the way that things keep... My videos are always so chaotic and all over the place, and if it helps any of you understand, any of you that understand astrology and etc., I am a Gemini Sun, Capricorn Moon, and a Scorpio rising. Okay, so I experience a lot of chaos. Okay, and I'm a little all over the place. You would definitely say, like, in the witch community, and I'm saying that, like, you know, labels on things, the way that we separate and things, because I call myself a witch. I consider myself a witch, and then other people don't. But the way that community is, would call me, say that I dabble in chaos magic, technically, but not really, kind of. I'm going to get into all of these details eventually. I'm going to teach a lot about this kind of stuff. I'm getting more and more into an energy of not giving a shit what other people think, and not worrying about people thinking like I sound like a crazy person or judging me or something. I grew up in a very small, closed-minded environment. Okay, so it's something, it's part of what I'm breaking free on. And a big part of this has been getting in touch with your inner child and getting in touch with who you are at your core and at your soul. And it's been a lot about becoming comfortable with yourself as you are in your natural, authentic self and spirit. And like, I have let the chip on my tooth just go. I'm not worried about, like, the cosmetic thing. I'm just, you know, of course. But anyway, I haven't been so caught up in, like, the glamorous part of things, like putting on a bunch of makeup and worrying about making sure my hair is perfect and, you know, getting completely and totally all dolled up and just, I was spent. I was exhausted, and I had reached a point of feeling very insecure. I didn't like, you know, the way that I was feeling about myself anymore, and I had to take a break from I was putting myself in a position of feeling like I had to do all of those things to be worthy and to be beautiful. And it was putting me in a mindset that I didn't like, and I had to go through a lot of change. And I was very uncomfortable with myself. I was very, you know, and the universe was telling me in those readings, we're about to fucking knock that shit out of you. Okay, and I'm sorry, excuse my mouth, but I cuss. I mean, it's part of it. But Spider-Man. But this has been part of the habits and part of the mindset and part of the things I've been having to break. And I have been also going through all of the changes of moving and getting a new home and just traveling, and like I talked about my twin flame, connecting with my twin flame and going on my twin flame journey, which is not what you think it is. I'm going to say that right now. It's not what you think it is. And I'm still not done with it. Twin flame, your twin flame, I've explained this, I think, in previous videos. But your twin flame, and you are one soul. You are connected at the soul. You're one soul split into two bodies. So it's like, whatever you're doing with yourself, you're doing with them, whether you're in union or not. is basically how it works. And you have to work on yourself, and you have to love yourself, and you have to connect with yourself and know yourself in order to know your twin. And that's what I've been going through. So it has been a very insane and very intense and very emotional journey. And I have learned so much and connected. I'm sorry, guys, for the chaos. Give me just 1 second. The energy is very high. It's very powerful. I'm sorry if it's loud. I'm sorry if it's crazy. But, and I can't say for sure that I know where we're going, and I don't know what everyone's individual. Now we're race cars. It's time to start to go play. It's time to pull cards and go play. And go out and play in the world. I've always felt a shift and a change happen during the fall season, where things improve and get easier, and fall has always been my favorite season. It's where I connect with the universe the most. But something about this shift is something way deeper. And it has been something coming from 2020 all the way through to 2022, the world changing and just waking up, and the planet taking itself back. You okay? I don't usually like I don't want him on video and stuff, and we have fall allergies too, if you haven't noticed. If I sound stuffy, no, we do not have, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it, and I'm not going to make that joke. We don't go there, okay? We don't go there here. But, anyway, I've just been feeling a shift and feeling a change and feeling energies, left and right vibrations. So I hope that all of this makes a lot of sense, and I don't, sound too crazy and too all over the place. But a lot of us have been in feeling a very stuck, not even necessarily stuck energy. We got out of the stuck energy already a long time ago. It's like we were feeling stuck energetically. I remember feeling stuck energetically. Wherever you are specifically, it's, all about time being fluid, but feeling this stuck energy. And when I got unstuck, it was like it sent me flying. And we're like, what's going on? It's too fast to keep up, and it's causing a lot of overwhelming feelings and anxiety. So, and everything that I do at this point, it becomes involuntary movements. Okay, so I am going to start shuffling up my cards and laying out my stuff. And here we go. You know what? I'm not going to pull cards yet. I know that I keep having to pause and I keep having to do all this crazy, and it's making me nuts, so I know it has to be making you guys nuts, and I have to probably seem like I'm all over the effing place. I feel like I never get to talk about the things that I want to talk about. Like, I have all of these things ready and written down and good to go, and all of this knowledge to share, and then I get on camera and it's like, and I'm so sick of it. So, I'm going to talk about this. I wanted to also mention Ascension Symptoms, okay? Because I feel like maybe there's a lot of you experiencing that as well. And see, I keep having to reset up and unset up and pause and move around and do stuff. And I'm doing stuff all day long. And I'm trying to be able to make time to make this a big focus of mine. But being, single mom life and working and moving and going through the 3D in real life, it makes it very hard. So I'm doing the best I can, and I'm sorry if I'm frustrating, guys. I'm frustrated with myself. And I'm trying not to be. So I am back to also playing Teflon Sega, like I was mentioning earlier. His music, like I've been talking about, has had a big effect, spoken to me very deeply in that other interdimensional language that I connect to. So I want to talk about ascension symptoms when you do these kinds of things too. Like your mouth hurting and your teeth hurting, your throat hurting, your chakras when they go into balance and go into place, and you'll feel like things and aches and pains. And I've been feeling it. I feel them in my jaw, like my jaw starts to hurt and my teeth start to hurt, or you'll get headaches. And you'll feel nauseous, and you'll feel very fatigued and tired and out of it. And it just gets very, you can start to feel it in the 3D, and you start to feel it, what I call ascension symptoms. You start to feel kind of sick. And it's your body going from, it's that Wheel of Fortune, that going into the Fool card, like it's that death card, to not literal death. It's like old energies dying out and recreating into new ones. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so ascension symptoms was something that I wanted to mention if anyone has been experiencing that. Something to tap into and pay attention to, like as you level up, the way that you will feel it in your physical body. And other things, like you break a tooth and stuff like that happens, like where my tooth has been broken. And I mentioned, you know, where that came from and everything in previous videos, but the point is, like how the cap broke off of it, and it's re-chipped all over again, and my jaw will get sore, and you will feel headaches in the certain parts of your head, and you'll get aches and pains in your throat or in your chest or in your legs and hips, or just certain areas will feel, and you'll feel tired and fatigued, and certain areas will just feel sickly and weird and out of whack. As your body rebalances, it's like getting motion sickness. It's like your spirit or your soul getting motion sickness, and it comes through and shows through your physical body when you ascend. But I wanted to talk about that too for some reason, so I don't know if anyone in my energy field watching this is curious about something like that or what, but I have information about that as well. And there was something else. Give me just 1 second to put into play. What was it I was going to say? And like how I'm talking about the way that music can communicate with you, like communicate spirit messages to you. And I keep going back to this one song, and it's called Overflow. And it's like a big energy of overflow of information, overwhelming. But in a good way. Like I'm just sharing everything that's coming out as like a channeling experience. And how everything has been like an overflow and overwhelming sense of change, and just how all of this energy, these vibrations, what's been going on in the world around us has been so overwhelming just in general. And I can feel something lifting. But what I also wanted to share was something about Mercury retrograde energy and shadow work during the new moon. This is new moon and retrograde in general. Retrograde energy in general. Shadow work, dark night of the soul, etc., etc. The way that you will feel this energy through music was one. This is one example. Like music is a big example. It very much so creates vibrations, waves. It creates through sound manifestations around you, and the energy shift around you. That's where, you know, it goes all the way back to like chants and it goes deep into spell work at that point. But anyway, so all kinds of information I could share about it. But anyway, I keep getting off track. You will feel an energy of, a good way to put it into an example would be a song of nostalgia. 6 of Cups energy, a feeling of nostalgia. And please keep track of also make sure you keep track of the tarot cards that I mentioned. Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups before the 7 of Cups energy is like, it's nostalgia, and then it's causing you confusion. Nostalgia and memories of the past and that inner child and something involving, you know, like that innocence of learning and a brand new energy, like I keep mentioning about Aries. And it's causing a confusion, 7 of Cups, not knowing where to go or what to do type energy. If that makes sense. Remember, you sort through this bag with me. It's an intuitional exercise. It's how it's for the collective, so it's how it goes for you. You will feel this sense of a song from the past that is supposed to give you good memories, or that gives you a good feeling, or gives you, like, you know, it. Just as I go to skip this ad, the ad that was playing, it was throwing off my groove. It brings up a song called Shadow. Okay, so that's what this is about. Your shadow work, your dark night of the soul, etc., etc. There's an energy of like a song from the past, or a song that's nostalgic and takes you back, and it's like, yeah, that gives me good feelings, that gives me that childhood, that good, you know, whatever, like when things were good, or that got me through a really, that's what it leads to. During Mercury retrograde and your shadow work, you will start to unrepress the idea that that particular song got me through a time in my life that was really, really dark and really, really hard. And you'll start to remember the parts that are really, really dark. Don't let it ruin the song for you. Does that make sense? Now that you start to remember, the way to master that, the way to heal it, is to understand and to learn and to know and to look at it like that song got me through that. Not, oh God, that song brings back bad memories now and it's ruined, right? Don't do that. That's a big energy shift that I'm feeling, like a good way to explain this that has come through for me. Like, it takes you to a place that's, you listened to that song all the time or over and over again on repeat to survive. It gave you good vibes. It gave you that song. It's because that song, that particular song, spoke to you. Or it can be a movie. Like, you watched a particular movie over and over again. But then you, like, start to remember what was going on in the background during Mercury retrograde, or during your shadow work and your dark night of the soul. You start to remember what was going on in the background that made you need that song or that movie or that particular thing. And you can't, the way to master it and heal it is to, you can't let it go, turn you to, oh, now it's ruined. You know what I mean? I don't know what that, whatever that's supposed to mean for somebody. It's important. It's an important message. So, but that's kind of like the vibration, the energy of how this stuff kind of works when you do that kind of thing. And you heal it. And then it gives you a whole new, the Fool card, Aries energy, a whole new sense of connection to that particular thing that helped you. Does that make sense? Like that song or that show or that movie that comforted you, and it gives you a whole new sense of connection to it once you start to do that. Because it's like not realizing that that particular thing got you through something so tough. But keep in mind, it got you through it so well that you didn't even remember. You had to unrepress those negative energies to heal them. So it gives you a whole new sense of appreciation for it. Does that make sense? Okay, anyway, now I'm going to start pulling cards. I'm sorry. Now it's getting hellacious again. That means it's time to make another change. There went a big, huge bird again. The Lovers is at the bottom of the deck, which is major arcana for Gemini. Mercury going direct. Okay, but I haven't shouldn't look. Two of Cups as I split the deck. So this is something about a love connection also. An emotional connection. An emotional balance. This is definitely about love. Two of Cups and the Lovers coming out together is pretty wild. And the Ten of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles. Did you guys see that happen? With the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands are a big thing going on with that last reading that I did. Look, here's the Lovers. And the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, which has been very heavily in my readings lately too. I've explained how the Wounded Warrior is like almost to the finish line, almost to the end, beat all to hell and tired and ready for it to be done. Ready to get there, right? The Knight of Swords, the Lovers, which is Mercury, Gemini, going direct. Two of Cups, which is love. Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, that's all of that karmic payout I've been talking about, that material. It's love, too, for some. I've been talking a lot about twin flame. Learning new love languages is a thing. Six of Pentacles is that equal give and take. It's karmic payout, 3 and 3. Right? You give 3, you get 3 back. Ten of Pentacles is completion, ultimate happiness. It's money. It's stability. Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands have been a big thing, but that's for that other reading that I keep putting emphasis on. You can find links in the description box below about it. I was so awkward and uncomfortable in that reading too, so I don't know what the deal is. But that reading is supposed to be very specific for what's coming and what's happening and the changes that are being made. And that's when a particular shift was made in my life, so I don't know. I don't really know what to say. They want me to pull from the Halloween Tarot now. King of Swords at the bottom. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Aquarius. Heavy Aquarius energy. Alright, so this is what they want me to do. They want me to pull from the Halloween and the Zombie Tarot. And we're going to go very autumn, fall, October, Halloween themed here. The next reading, hopefully, I will have a better setup prepared. And hopefully it will be very soon. I I'm getting settled and getting my setup good in my new look. The Lovers. Very soon. So Mercury going direct. Oh my God. The Nine of Wands. That's the same cards over again. Like I said, it's involuntary movements, you guys. I don't do this on purpose. I just shuffle and then they bring out what they bring out. The Hangman is a change of perspective. And here's the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. Emotional stability. So material and emotional stability. The Magician, everything you've been manifesting. And what did I say about the 7 of Cups? 7 of Cups and the Magician. The Magician is manifesting and deciding what it is, finally pulling the rabbit out of the hat. I've mentioned in other readings, in my past readings, something about a rabbit chasing the white rabbit. And Alice in Wonderland, it's like falling down the rabbit hole. Finally catching the rabbit. Going down the path and finally catching the white rabbit. Whatever that means for you. This ghost and bat. There's ghost, bat, pentacle, pumpkin, wands, the little demon. That's a completion of all of that's using the elements. Pentacles, wands, earth, fire, cups, ghost, swords, bat, water, air. Using it to find your way in that confused path. 7 of Pentacles. Like I mentioned. These are the cards that I mentioned, guys, coming out. So let's just, it's not in ego. It's not in, it's not to be like, oh, look, I did this, I did this. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this is clarification from the spirit guides. Like clarification that you can trust what's being said, kind of thing. Like it's being shown to you. Look, all I did, look. 10 of pumpkins, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Ghosts, 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior finally reaching the finish line, finally finding the way. Beat all to hell, tired, ready to get to the finish line. Manifesting, mustering up, connecting to guide yourself and reach your 10 of pumpkins, 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles, 10 of cups, 10 of ghosts, whatever. This Halloween deck is... This is emotional fulfillment, stability, and financial and material stability. This is good blessings. This is good blessings. Do you guys feel the energy? Do you hear the giggles? Do you hear the getting in touch with your inner child? Do you feel it? And the world just finally making this shift to... It's not supposed to be hard anymore. Things aren't going to be hard and challenging and difficult anymore. It's like it's going to finally get better. It's just going to finally get better, you guys. Like, I don't know how else to even begin explaining. I don't know how to begin explaining the changes that I feel, this ish that's lifting up, right? Like, I don't even know where to start. Nine of Swords, 9 of Bats. We talked about this. Go watch my last reading, the one that I did in my car. Is that what I was talking about, where I was talking about it? All the bats around her head, she becomes the Queen of Bats. Did you guys see it fly out like it did? Go watch my last reading. I talk about it. This is clarification to that last reading where I'm sitting in my car reading tarot. I'll put a link in the description box below. 10 of Swords. A painful ending, it finally coming to an end. The pain finally said, look, a spark of inspiration, a spark of change. That Nine of Bats, the things that have been bothering you, the things that have been, look, it's coming out. The same cards again. Nine of Pumpkins, Nine of Pentacles. You find this stability and this happiness and this self-love, this worth within yourself on your own. You learn, like you make this shift and learn to love yourself and learn your worth. And when that happens, it turns into the Ten of Pentacles. Like it's a completion of that self-love journey, that emotional, or not emotional, that material, third dimension stability that I'm talking about within yourself. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. The self, the shadow self, the higher self. Right? That Page of Swords, that Page of Bats is coming out again. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier. Eight of Bats. Page of Ghosts. Somebody has an emotional tie waiting for your ships to come in. To some kind of higher, what you think is a higher, somebody who is above you, something that is above you, but it's keeping you bound. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. It can be like a grandfather figure, a father figure. It could be a husband. It could be a masculine energy of some sort that has like a hold, an emotional. Eight of Swords, Page of Cups, Five of Cups, like an emotional hold over you. Something you've been waiting on, waiting and watching, like I keep talking about, watching and waiting for the seeds you planted to grow. Because of this, you did something. You did something. It can be too, I mean, the Hierophant can be anything. It's a power that is held over you. And it's planting the seeds. You planted the seeds and you're watching and waiting to become unbound from this emotional hold. Right? Like you did your work and you did your connection with the universe to try and do something to break this emotional hold that this entity has over you. Okay? Whatever that may be. And this is major arcana for Taurus. Okay? And it's like you've been waiting for it to take place, but you're just watching, waiting. Like, how are you gonna, like, you planted the seeds and you're just sitting and watching and waiting for them to grow. King of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo is ego. Watching and waiting feeds your ego, and that doesn't get anything done. Can you give me something on this King of Wands here? Sagittarius, Temperance, Balance. Sagittarius, balance, right? Getting on with your own thing, finding your own confidence. King and Queen of Wands are very confident. They're very in charge and in power and very powerful. But they can get very sucked up into ego or too much quick movement. They can get caught away, like, they can get swept away with passion or emotion very easily. Fiery energy. Temperance is Sagittarius. It's big time, like, I see the Hermit card coming out, possibly, like going within the self to learn and do, like, focus on your own things, focus on something else, focus on new projects, and stop sitting and staring at and waiting for this one project to take off the ground. Right? And start opening your eye to other things, doing other things, right? And finding balance out of that ego. And change the ego to better connection with yourself. 8 of Pentacles, hobbies, work, learning new things. Page of Swords can be learning new things. Page of Imps. It's like go from a page level to a king, right? You start off as the page. Give me just 1 second. Time out. Okay, but that's exactly what I was saying, though, is that ego, that childishness, that level 1, it's taking it from childishness to connecting to the inner child, and then leveling up yourself as, you know, an adult. It's healing and connecting to that inner child. Connecting to and healing that inner child. So there's the page of Wands. Studies, practices, grows, finds balance, healing. Temperance is also healing. It's connection to all things. You know, there's science in this. There's magic in this. This card goes hand in hand very heavily with the Hermit card. And then becoming the king. Changing from a page to upgrade to the king. And it's very much so fire energy. Sagittarius and Aries. Guys. Oh, I thought it was the Hermit. I was about to scream. It's not. But it's the Lovers. It's the Lovers again. Queen of Cups. This is too many. But the Lovers came out again. The Star, Aquarius, like I mentioned, for healing. Queen of Cups, healing a broken heart. 3 of Swords. The Emperor and the 2 of Wands. So, look, Justice, or Judgment, I mean. Damn, Mercury retrograde. Sorry, did I say a bad word? I didn't mean to. I get better about not saying bad words in front of him. You okay? Our new floors are very slippery with socks. We have both fallen down on our tuchuses quite a few times. Oh, didn't I just say Justice? I'm sorry, I take back what I said about yelling at Mercury retrograde. That came out of my mouth for a reason. Justice and Judgment. Karma and Justice. Guys. The Fool. Justice and the Fool. I have to pull it. I'm sorry. I have to. The Chariot. Look, a blessing coming down from the moon. Guys! Once you get on the Chariot and get going, you can't get off. He's navigating. He picked a road. He's driving down it, right? Look, Justice, Pumpkin Man, the same pumpkin dude. It's the same guy. He found justice and he got in his little car and went down the road, and you see what I say? But look, I talked about this in my last reading, a blessing coming in, a material blessing coming in from this full moon in Aries. In Aries. That is insane. That is insane. Pisces and Aries. Because that's where it goes, from Pisces to start all over to Aries. Pisces being the eldest. Aries being the brand new, starting all over the baby. So it's going from old to young. Out with the old, in with the new. A gift from the divine, or from the universe, or from whatever. Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups, both at the bottom. First two cards out. Ace of Swords is clarity. Ace of Cups is an offer of love or an emotional offer that makes sense. There's that King of Wands. Prepare in advance. Better opt for cremation. That doesn't have to mean something terribly bad. That doesn't have to mean something negative or in bad vibration. It can mean, like I said, I don't think I kept this part of the video. God damn it. I've tried to re-record this and record this a million times. Like I said about a phoenix, there's big energy of a phoenix rising from the ashes. The phoenix has to have the ashes to rise from. Has to burn the nest to the ground. The tower has to burn to the ground to be rebuilt anew. I keep seeing King of Pentacles. They want you for your, they want your brain. Zombies aren't looking for hugs. Knowledge, learning. Going from burning down, burning it down, rising from the ashes, brand new, gaining intelligence. They want you to learn new things. Been getting into the energy a lot of having to learn how to like live off the land kind of stuff. Okay? I don't want to scare anybody, but it's like an energy of having to learn how to take care of ourselves in other ways besides just what man has created. Like it's bringing our planet back kind of energy. Seven of Cups, guys, I shit you not. Seven of Cups, I shit you not. Six of Pentacles, I shit you not. Seven of Cups. Zombies are like stalkers. They watch everything you do. Watching. That's what I kept getting. Sitting and watching. It's low vibration to sit and watch and wait for someone to get some kind of karma, or waiting for something to happen, or waiting for it to take place. Zombies are low vibration. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be anything. It can just be the energy. The energy is low vibration. Zombies are like stalkers. They watch everything you do. It's low vibration to watch and watch and watch and wait. And you've got to get involved in other projects. Fuel is a priority. Gas up before you go. Four of Cups. Prepare yourself for this journey. Prepare yourself for this change. Six of Pentacles. Prepare yourself for this karmic payout. Prepare yourself for this karmic payout that's going to take place. Sorry, folks, there are no vegetarian zombies. Those in low vibration will get the low vibrational payout. Those in high vibration will get the high vibrational payout. There is no, karma is not, how do I put in this into words? Sorry, folks. There are no vegetarian zombies. Karma is not going to skip anybody. No one is immune to karma. Whether it be good, bad, negative, positive, whatever. The karmic wheel that spins, that wheel of fortune, no one's immune to it. Excuse me, are you being careful? Five of Swords, not just for truckers. Use a CB radio to find zombie-free zones. What was I talking about it being a radio connection and get out of this Five of Swords energy, okay? It's like a radio connection, raising your vibration, changing your frequency. That the radio station you're listening to, change it to a higher vibration. Five of Swords is like that low vibration, that toxic, negative, painful energy that's hurting you. It's changed the radio station and get out of that vibration into a new one. There it is. Everything that I've been talking about. I hope that this makes sense for you guys. King of Wands. Prepare in advance. Better opt for get ready for the change. For those of you who follow my channel and follow my Patreon and look at my stuff and see this journey that we've been going on together, need I say more? Go back. Read what I have wrote about this card. Look into what I have written about this card. I will put links in the description box below under this video for these things. What have I said about this card? Get ready, guys. This is intense. This is a big deal. This is cool beans. The karmic wheel is spinning. The momentum is about to pick up and change. It's about to get... It's doing that I was talking about before. Alright, guys. So, I think that this is it for now. This is all I'm going to read and do for now. It's time to get out of the house and go do stuff some more. I mean, I've been on and off and up and down and all over the place today. Why do you think recording this has been such a hellacious experience? But anyway, guys, I hope that this was awesome. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was... I'm going to be posting more and more and more. Okay, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do right now. So, I hope you guys will join me. And we can learn all this new stuff together. And we can do this together. It's awesome. Alright, guys. Love and light. Bye-bye.